Hi there, today I'm going to be talking about your horse's jumping form over fences from some photographs that someone sent in. This is part 2 of the position review that we're doing. So let's get started. Hi there, my name is Laura and welcome to another video bringing you the best insider tips for improving your riding and training and horse show placings. And if you'd like to win more ribbons at your next horse show, improve your riding and training, or generally like other horse related stuff, then remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos coming out. As I said, this is the second part of the video where we did a position review of somebody who sent in some photographs. This is the second part, which we talk about the horse's form over fences, and some exercises that you can do with your horse to improve your horse's form over fences. So thank you so much for sending in your photographs, and if you'd like to have your own position review or get some comments on your horse or some exercises that you can do with your horse to improve your horse's form over fences, send me an email. The email address is right down there. So this, if you want to send in photographs, we have to send them in from the side so that I can see what the horse looks like from the side. Usually we like to see what's going on the side so you can tell if the horse has got his legs up or down, or what's happening with the horse. So let's get right to these pictures here. So first of all, the picture that we have here is, you can see the horse he doesn't look real happy about it. So that's one of the things when you're going in the horse show that the judge notices, is the horse having a good time. It's one thing if you're having a good time, and if the horse is having a good time, that really comes across as well. So make sure your horse is having a good time. Doesn't look like he's really happy at all. His ears are kind of at half mast, like he's bored or isn't sure if he's doing the right thing or not. And you can see that his ears just doesn't look real happy about the whole situation. So make sure that your horse is happy and enjoying what he's doing. So there's another picture here of the same horse going in the other direction. So let's see what that one looks like. And you can see here that he looks a little happier in this picture. He's going in the other direction. His ears are up, and just gives even though his ears are up, he looks like he's having a better time. He looks like he's having a happier time, right? So just not as bored or whatever. So that's one of the things that the judge looks for when you're in a hunter class or even an equitation class, is the horse having a good time. If your horse is looking sour and he doesn't want to be there, that comes across in your round as well. And I see that this looks like it's a cross country or jumping out in a field, probably not in a horse show situation, but still, if you were in a horse show, this would be something that the judge would notice and probably comment on, that, you know what, this horse really doesn't want to be here. So that's the first thing you notice. The next thing you notice is the position of the horse's legs when he's going over the jump. And let's see what we have here. And you can see here in this photograph that he's just not really putting much effort into it, right? So if he were in a hunter class, he probably would get marked down for being lazy with his legs. I call this a horse that's hanging his legs. We like to see the horse with his forearms parallel to the ground, and you can see in this photograph, I marked it in red, that they're not parallel to the ground. So he's not really putting much effort into that, is he? Okay, so next one. And this is the same horse going in the opposite direction, and you can see how much more effort he's putting into this jump. His legs are up and his forearms are parallel to the ground. Way nicer jump. He's looking like he's really interested in this, and he's having fun. He's having a good time. So this picture shows that he is really trying to use himself a little bit better. He's a little bit more engaged with what is happening, or maybe, I don't know, he just looks like he's having more fun. Maybe the rider's having more fun. So those are a couple of things that the judge really wants to see. So horse is looking like he's interested in his job and he's using himself properly. So this picture, it looks like he's using his front end a little bit nicer, doesn't it? One thing I did notice is when he's in this photograph here, look at the power he's got with his hindquarters. He's really coiled himself up and really using his hindquarters to push himself off really nicely. A lot of really good power there. Make sure that you don't restrict him with the front end. We'd like to see you push your hands more down onto the neck and allow him to reach with his neck. His neck is kind of short there, so allow with your hands so that he can use his neck a little bit nicer, so that he can reach more forward with his head and neck and round up through his back. Looks like he's protecting himself and tight through the top of his back and top of his neck. So keep your hands down on the horse's neck. Allow the reins to get a little looped so that he can use himself a little bit better. Okay, so what can we do to help your horse get a little rounder over top of his fences and use himself a little bit better? What are some exercises we can do? Well, the first thing you're going to have to do is with yourself is get yourself more balanced and better balanced over top of your fences. You are balancing on the horse's mouth, and you need to develop a better base of support. Practice your 2-point position so that you can stay over top of your horse without using the reins for balance. Get yourself a neck strap or a breastplate. Put a breastplate or a martingale strap on the horse, or stirrup leather around the horse's neck so you can hold on to it and keep yourself in balance by holding on to the stirrup leather or neck strap. That way, if you hold on to the neck strap, then you won't be holding on to the horse's mouth. Also, keep your seat closer to the saddle and have your correct angle, straight line, shoulder, knee, toe, like we talked about in part 1, so that you can stay in balance with your horse. Now, as far as helping your horse, you can do all kinds of fun stuff. This is really a lot of fun. You can do some jumping chutes. They're always really fun. I'll post a video to that up there. But gymnastics are really good to help you stay in balance with the horse, but also to train the horse how to use himself nicely. Classic gymnastic exercise: 3 trot rails about 4.5 feet apart, 9 feet to a cross rail, then a vertical, then an oxer. So trot rails, cross rail, vertical, oxer, your classic gymnastic. That'll teach your horse to use himself properly, round over his back and stretch over his top line, over his neck, so he can use himself properly. But the first thing you have to do is make sure that you're not interfering with the horse's mouth by holding on to the reins too tightly. You have to be with the horse, stay with the horse, and follow the horse so that they can have the confidence to stretch over their top line, use their head, neck, and back to create that bascule so they can jump properly. As far as getting their knees up, it's really hard for a horse to jump properly when the jumps are 2 feet and under, so jumping a little higher will also help develop the muscles that they need. But, it's fun, and jumping, the gymnastics will help. A series of bounces, a series of gymnastic jumps, low gymnastic jumps will help get your horse the correct muscles it needs to improve itself. And you too. And it's a lot of fun. My name is Lauren. If you'd like to win more ribbons at your next horse show, improve your riding and training, or generally like other horsey related stuff, then remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything. Now go use this stuff. Go hug your horse. Go use this stuff. Thanks now. Bye. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below and give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks now. Bye.